turn my back, you laughing.
It's lonely on top of the throne.
First retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And that'll carry over the... Back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Henry. Push him back. Push him back.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Damiere Byrd, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, The Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7. The 47.
Jared Davis on the tackle. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Set, ready. 10, touchdown. 59. Hey, 22, check, over.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said,
Set, 180. 58, come on. Let's go, defense. Man up, deep. Big 20. 21.
Now a first down throw. Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Switch. Omaha, ready to move.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Murray sets to throw. There's the first NFL grab for Andy Isabella. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off the deep. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his first career touchdown in his first career game. As his guys are able to strike. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Alert! Jim, 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Here's Bird to return. A little juke. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Move, move. Mike 42. Mike 42.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flush to his right. Murray fighting, lost the football. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that quarterback, the ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey. 42 the mic, boys. 42. 42 the mic.
On 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Say. Check it out, easy alert.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
By the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The first down carry here for Johnson. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to throw, Stafford. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw again on second down. Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. In 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. It's caught. Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Throwing again is Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Stafford. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
43's the mic.
Throwing again. Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
What's tight? Tight is right. You got 3 down, 3 down.
Throwing is Stafford. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the toss play, this is Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Watch the
25-yard line.
Any weapon. Watch the safety creep. Out. And middle. Shoot.
They go to Johnson again. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
But in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. William Hayes, the pride of Winston-Salem State, coming in to drop him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain pages. Not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something to this game yourself.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Murray. Throw caught here by Bird. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go, D. All right.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Deshaun Hand. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Right there. All day, baby.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Third and long, Murray from his end zone. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 50-yard line.
Back, back, back. 59.
From the 50, Stafford. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
17 yards. First down, Lions.
Let's go. Check four, check four. 6-6, pull it high.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Rodney Gunter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Set. Go 20. Like 7. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Hey, echo. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hurry. 43 is the mic.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. William Hayes able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Let's go. March 43. March 43.
They snap it to Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Lead here in the
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. In the pistol. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Stafford on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Amendola, he was the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. On 1st down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Devon Kennard leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Don't get nervous.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future bright. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
We got this.
A gain of 32 that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run with Drake. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You don't want no problem with me.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Spawn, spawn, spawn. No.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?